So we now know the clubs that make up the 2025-2026 league phase of the Champions League, the biggest game in town, that's right, but who, of course, will finish in that illustrious top 8? Well, today, we're going to find out. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today, we take a look at the 2025-2026 Champions League. It's the league phase. I've predicted each and every one of the games, and I'm going to showcase you who I think will finish in that top 8. We'll get to that in a minute. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe, your subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, Champions League, whoa, football. We're going to all hear under one Rooski. That's right, not only the top 8, but the rest of the pack. Where on earth will the clubs finish? Do I think they will finish in the bottom 8 and be eliminated, or do they have a bit of a second chance in that playoff zone? We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are. But right here, right now, I'm going to jump in and have a little look at the Champions League. First and foremost, the clubs taking part. We're going to test my badge knowledge. Whoo, yeah, no notes here. We're going to go straight to the deep end. I'm going to start with Bahrain. It's Ajax with a new look badge there. Arsenal, Atalanta, Atletico Bilbao, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Bayer Leverkusen, Bayern München. We've got Benfica, Bodo Glimt here. Happy days. Dortmund, Chelsea, Club Brugge, Copenhagen, Eintracht Frankfurt, Galatasaray, Inter Milan, Juventus, Cadiat, Liverpool, Manchester City, Marseille, Monaco, Napoli. We have Newcastle, we have Olympiacos, we have Paphos, PSG, PSV, Qarabag, Real Madrid, Slavia Prague, Sporting Lisbon, Tottenham Hotspur, Union Saint-Gilloise, and Villarreal. Those are the clubs. Some good ones. So it's just happy to see them all there because some big names in there, some refreshing changes as well. But who, of course, will get off to the best possible start? Well, we're going to do this. I went through a calculator, predicted each and every one of the games, quick time, gut feeling. And I've got the calculator to generate the league, and I'm going to showcase you that from bottom to top. First and foremost, we're going to look at the unlucky, is it 8 or so, that just ain't going to cut it, not even going to make the playoffs, and they're going to be packing the bags and focusing on domestic competition. Then we'll focus in the middle of the pack, the playoff, and of course see who's in the seeded section, who's in the unseeded, and then of course the power 8. So here we go. Where am I? You want to see me? Of course you do, because I've had a haircut, as you can see. And then, of course, I will showcase you the odds. Now, again, I've done each and every one of the 8 matches that everybody will play, pumped them through the calculator, and this is what it generated for me. So, bottom of the pile, it is Paphos coming at you out of Cyprus. I'm just happy that they're there. Club Brugge with 6 points. It's not good enough. 35 place in the table there. PSV, early elimination for them as well. Slavia Prague down there with 6 points as well. Frankfurt, they will not make it with 7 points. Neither will Copenhagen, Olympiacos, or Bayer Leverkusen. They're on 7 points. Sporting Lisbon, they're down there with 8. Monaco, Galatasaray, and the Geordies, who I just think are having a right old go of mess right now with stuff behind the scenes. So it's just going to be an unwanted distraction. This is it. This is game over for these guys. And you probably will look at this and you think maybe a little harsh on and by Leverkusen, maybe a little bit harsh on Newcastle or Galatasaray perhaps. But realistically, hey, I went with my gut instinct. A lot of these clubs, you know, even your Slavia Prague, your Paphoses, you know, I've even got Cadiat are not here in this bottom 8. I cannot believe Qarabag are not in this. You know, that's some prize curveballs here. I doubt the old bookies will think the same, but yeah, I've got some surprises here. So these guys are going home, unfortunately. And Sporting Lisbon, of course, lost a lot of talent, you know, is what it is. So who has made it, at least extended their Champions League adventure for at least a couple more weeks? Well, we're going to take a look at them right here and now. Again, I don't know. This is the first time I'm looking at it, and I swear down. I did the calculator, copied the image over, didn't even look. So I already know Qarabag and Cadiat are not going home. They're extending their journey. But they are. Look at Ajax. Ajax are down there in 24th, hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Qarabag and Cadiat both with 9 points. Remember, there are 8 games in this league phase, 4 home, 4 away. Win your home games. Cadiat, Qarabag, that's where the bread and butter is. Win your home games, get you some points, and extend your journey, it looks like. Athletic Club Bilbao there, again, difficult team to beat. Not many goals conceded. Atalanta down there in the 20th. We have 19th place Borussia Dortmund in the Bundesliga. Marseille out of La France. And then we have Union Saint-Gilloise. Now, I do believe that is 2, 4, 6, 8. That is the cutoff right there. So these teams, 17th and below, will be unseeded in the playoffs. And yes, some surprises. A lot of people writing off Saint-Gilloise. I think they're a unique team right now in Belgium, winning the league. They've been dominating the past few years, and they're doing it kind of Moneyball star, baby. Marseille, of course, got some talent in there, trying to compete with PSG and the like in La France. Yeah, and Dortmund, Athletic Club. Again, I think they are about where they should be in accordance to this. Meanwhile, in the top end of this, now this is the unlucky 8 who just missed out on progressing to the actual first round of the competition here, first round knockouts. We have Bodo Glimt into 16th for debut for them at this phase of this tournament, hanging on in there into 16th with 12 points. And again, just like Saint-Gilloise into Bodo Glimt and Saint-Gilloise on 12, goal difference is a major factor here of where you're finishing. But Bodo Glimt had more goals in my calculations, and they finished in 16th, with Inter finishing above them into 15th. Villarreal out of Spain, they got 13 points. Juventus also 13 points, and they sit in that unlucky number 13. Benfica in 12th with 13 points. Of course, from the we have 3 Club World Cup geezers in there, Benfica and Chelsea on 13 points. Spurs, unfortunately, they don't make the top 8, finishing in 10th, with Athletic Madrid just shy in 9th on 14 points. So it does look like 12 is a guarantee to finish safe. At least extend your football for another. So basically, you're going to win 4 of your games and hope to get some other points elsewhere. That's what the calculations is determined here. So again, if you are a fan of a club that's in this competition, you don't see them, guess what? You're in joy. You're in dreamland because you've made the top 8. So I'm going to showcase you who I think will finish it in the top 8, and I hope to see your comments show that who you think will be in the top 8. So here we go, kicking on forward, and it is Manchester City squeaking in there. Of course, I remember last season they had a bit of a bumpy ride to get to the stage. PSG also squeaking in there in 7th, with Liverpool in 6th place. Arsenal above them with the 1 point extra, 17 points. Bayern are up there with 17 points. Then a bit of a jump. Napoli, Real Madrid, but top of the pops, it is Barcelona. Remember, was it 8 games? What's the mathematics on that? 8 times 3 is what? 8 times 4 is... It's 24 points. Is that what's up for grabs? Regardless, Barcelona flying high here. Look, the real deal. And of course, in my eyes, looks set to be top bins with Real Madrid 2nd, Napoli then in 4th, and Bayern in 4th, Napoli in 3rd. So a couple of 3 Premier League clubs in there. We got a couple of Spanish clubs in there, a French, a German, and an Italian there. So yeah, pretty stacked sort of top 8. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know it down below. But before we bow out of here, what do the bookies think? I'll showcase you the odds right here and now in reverse order. Who they have written off. They have written off Caveat. No chance whatsoever. Slavia Prague have got no chance. Paphos as well. This is reverse order. So Caveat, the least likely, according to the bookies. Paphos got no chance as well. Quarterback. Copenhagen got no chance. Bodo Glimt all the way down there. There's money to be made there. There is money to be made on Bodo Glimt. I see them definitely causing a problem. Saint-Gilloise also could be a problem. Club Bruges, Olympiacos, Ajax all the way down there. PSV alongside them. Sporting Lisbon in the bottom end of this bracket here of the eyes of the bookies. Benfica, no chance. Galatasaray and Frankfurt. Then we get to around about the mid-park here. Villarreal, Marseille, Monaco. Those guys end. This is the bottom, 16 of this league. So then up to the top end of the 16th. Bottom upwards, Bilbao, Dortmund, Atalanta. We have Bayer Leverkusen, Newcastle, Juventus. Then we have Atletico Madrid. We have Spurs all the way down into 11th place, around about where I have them. We have Inter Milan into 10th place. They have Napoli down into 9, just missing out. Bayern in 8. Chelsea into 7. Goodness gracious me. Man City are in 6th, about where I have them. Real Madrid down to 5th. Arsenal to 4th. What are they thinking here? PSG, Liverpool, and then Barcelona, which I do have up there. But Real Madrid all the way down to 5th. They are Champions League gurus. But anyway, that's what they think. Let me know what you think, of course, as I look forward to seeing what you guys have on your dockets there. But anyway, that's it. I've got to go. Subscribe, smash a like wherever you are in the world. But until then, I'll see you soon. Of course, non-stop coverage of the Champions League right here. But until then, we are done.